do the pre-show
Pre-show
nonsense.
Pre-show nonsense. Brought to you by Pushy Pixels.
And me!
And Phil. And Pro Softworks. Why not? Let's
sure,
if we're gonna name drop companies, might as well.
Yeah. I got my company.
Show will start when my clock says 8:30, which will be probably a minute after your clock says 8:30. So,
Oh, yeah.
which means I probably should do it a minute early, but I'm not.
No. That's just too difficult.
Let's see. Let's get into a comfortable position so I'm not rattling around too much.
Need a siesta.
Should have taken it before the show.
No.
Had to have a siesta during the show.
Yeah, that would be kind of a poor decision, but it would
It's the siesta episode! Grab a chair! Alright, it's less than a minute left.
Says, I would like to see a blinking mechanic when either an enemy or the player is hit. Alright.
Cool, we can do that too. Probably not this episode. Maybe. We'll see. But I probably will do that health thing. I kind of like that, and that's an easy one to do.
Yep.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Cooking with Unity. I'm your host, Max Moreau, and with me is my co-host, Philip Wilson.
I'm here!
Alright, so today we're going to do some more work on the Star Fox game. It's been 10 episodes. This is officially our longest, actually it might have been officially our longest on the last one. We may have even commented on that, but it's even longer now, and it's going to be a few more episodes because, as I said, I kind of want to make this one more complete.
Yes.
So, what we had last episode... Oh, I need to actually switch this so you can see. Main plus cam. Alright. So, what we had yesterday... Not yesterday. Last time we worked on this thing.
Might have been yesterday.
Yeah, maybe it was yesterday.
For someone,
Feels
it
like
was
yesterday.
How about that?
Really? How? Oh, yeah, they could have watched
They
it
could have watched
yesterday
it
for the
and
first
then,
time.
like,
Yeah. So we have our little Star Fox game. We have 2 levels. We got the health system working last episode, and we did mostly bug fixes last episode, actually. So now we get points appropriately, we take damage appropriately, and that stuff works. And then on level 2...
health issue where, like, if we get hit too much, it goes
Yeah.
away into the negative?
Yeah, well, we don't have a death situation yet, so yeah, that happens right now. And then on stage 2, we got enemies spawning, and right now they just spawn in front of wherever the player is, and we can shoot them and they blow up.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's already kind of more fun now that there's things blowing up. So what I want to do today is I want to do some more modifications on this level. I want to get these guys spawning in kind of a random position rather than right where the player is. And maybe make them move around a little bit more so that you can't obscure them as easily. I was going through Star Fox, and part of the reason... Like, Star Fox, the ship actually takes up a considerable bigger portion of the screen. And the way that they get it so enemies don't hide in front of your ship is they actually move around enough that they never are in one spot for the most part. And if they are in one spot, they choose a spot this high in the level so that you are kind of forced to go up, or low in the level, as opposed to right in the middle, which is what these guys are doing. So it's kind of a bad design issue. So I want to do that. And then the other thing I want to do is someone mentioned in the comments that they would like to see the health bar change color. That's super easy, and I think we might just start with that because it's a nice, simple thing to do, and I think that it looks good, and I think it's something that we had mentioned in passing, actually, before.
Yeah,
so,
if it turned red, then yes, probably.
So we're going to go to test scene again, which is our level 1. We should probably rename these things. Actually, let's do the cleanup right now. Why not? Level 1 and level 2. It's not a mock-up anymore, it's a level. So in our level 1, we've got this, and we want the health bar to actually change color down to red as you take hits. And it's actually really easy to set that up. So if we go to our scripts and go to our health manager, What we've got going on here is, so when you take damage, it changes the scale and does everything like that, and when you start, it sets everything to max health, and when you restore health, it increases your amount and changes... wait, it doesn't actually change the scale when you... Okay. Well, we have a bug in restore health. We haven't used that yet, but this doesn't actually update the visual at all.
Oh.
And so I'm going to actually just do that real quick. So we do it here. Current health is lower than 0. Current health. Actually, so let's put this underneath here. So now it won't actually go above. And let's go ahead and do that on... let's go ahead and fix that other bug real quick because it's pretty easy. I'm just going to move this down so now it happens after this check. And additional to the game over logic, we don't technically need to have this, but we do need to have this because we don't want it to go into the negative even for the death sequence in the game.
Yep.
So we will just do current health equals 0, and we'll still have the game over logic there at some point. So let me just make sure that we didn't do any damage to anything real quick. And everyone can hear us okay and everything, right? I like to throw that out there just in case. I figured that there would have been more complaints already, but yeah. Yay! All right, so let's hit this thing. Bam! And we have to hit a lot of things. That's kind of annoying, but
well, we have a lot of hits.
Yeah, I should probably change that.
You know what else we should do for a cleanup? Is have the bullets kill themselves.
Yeah, we should put a hard limit on their lifespan. Yeah, let's do that today too. Why not? That's another easy one.
Because that's a big, like, I mean, we just end up with a huge list of bullet objects that are, you know.
Yep. Huge list of bullet objects. Okay, I need something to go faster.
Okay, yeah, we need like 2 hits or something like that. This is ridiculous.
Where is the spawner here?
I don't remember.
Is it just the camera that does it? Okay, well, here, come on. Die. Plane. Oh, it must be in here. Arch spawner, there it is. So, arch spawner. Why is that not showing me the arch spawner? There we go. Okay, it's too late anyway. Alright, it looks like it might actually be at 0 now, so let's take one more hit and just find out. Yay, okay.
It is definitely at 0.
So now let's do the colorizing thing real quick. So the color we are using, I don't think we're using anything fancy for a shader on this, right? We're just doing a...
not on the, I don't think on the cube.
Yeah, I think if we go to, where is our health manager thing? Health bar display.
Oh, the webcam's still on.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We will switch back to main screen.
Alright.
So...
Did you clamp the current health between 0 and max health?
I did, actually. We had the clamp before, but we didn't have it actually properly re-displaying. Yeah. So if you use the restore health function and the damage player function, it will actually appropriately change things. What else are we doing? So color stuff. So this uses our standard diffuse shader, so we can get the main color, and main color is really easy to get. You can actually just do render.material.color. And so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Anytime you do render.material, you create an instance of that material for that object, so you don't want to do that on anything that you have a whole lot of objects on. In this case, it doesn't matter because we only have 1 health bar at any given time. So it's not going to change the amount of draw batching or anything in this case. So all we're going to do is we're going to do render or health display. Health display. What is health display? It's just a transform, right? Yep, it is. All right, health display dot renderer dot color. Nope. Dot main dot texture material. There we go.
There it is,
material dot color.
material.
All right. So health display dot render dot material dot color equals color dot lerp. So this is a linear interpolation for colors, and this will automatically tween between one color value and another. So in order to do this, let's make it so that we can actually change what these colors are. So I'm going to add a public color
bar color 1 or something.
yeah, let's do full health color. And let's equal that to color dot, is there your green? Yeah, there is. Color dot green. Nice built-in functionality here. And empty health color. And we'll do color dot red. And we can of course change those in the editor. Those are just good default values for this. And so we're just going to color dot lerp color A, which is max health. Wait, no. Full health. I should call it max health color. And let's call this min health color.
Okay, I like that better.
I do too. I knew there was something wrong with what I was doing that before because it didn't have my name in it. And actually, let's do min health color here. So min health color and max health color. And then we need T. Now T is a value between 0 and 1 to represent how far between the first color and the second color we go. So 0 would be just min health color, 1 would be max health color. And so we're doing kind of the same thing that we did here where we're using the current health divided by max health here. We're going to just throw that into right here, current health divided by max health. And that will give us our appropriate color. And we can throw this into the...
I have used that so many times.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now if we hit play, it should just work. That would be awesome.
There was also something else pointed out.
Uh-oh.
It says the health is at 0, but the mesh is still rendering. That's why you can still see a sliver of the mesh when health is at 0. So we could probably fix that, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we could turn the render off. Let's go ahead and do that. May as well. So
let's do this color thing first, since
I'm gonna just so this takes less time. I'm going to go into our arch spawner and make it so it spawns
30
min spawn time 1 and 1.
I would have just had it spend like 30 million arches.
Well, this is 30 million arches. This will go down. We want to see the health go down, and we can do it very easily when we see all these coming through. So
look at all those
bam,
arches.
bam, bam, and it's totally not working.
Okay, so now we have to figure out why it's not working.
Yes. So
there's
no
the
render
sliver
attached to health bar display, but the script is trying to access it. So the problem is health bar display is actually not the health bar. It's the health bar underneath it. So what I'm going to do is instead of doing .render.material, we're going to actually get component in children, and it's going to be of type renderer, capital renderer. So that probably won't work. So hold on. Yeah, we need to actually do the rest of this. So .material.color.
Yes.
So this should do it. Paste this in.
Keyword being should. Should is always the best word to use about programming.
Yes, indeedy.
Because it should work. Unless it doesn't. In which case, didn't work.
So here we go. Oh, it looks like it actually did change color.
It's actually changing color now.
Oh, it's getting sickly yellow, and it's getting more red.
Oh, it was sickly yellow there for a moment.
And it's gone.
And now it's gone.
Except for it's still there. So let's go ahead and fix that. That's definitely a C bug, but let's fix it.
It's a C bug, but,
So in the games industry, typically, and actually it's different depending on which companies you're at, but typically they have a grading scale for the bugs, and A is the most vital, like game crashes or your save data gets corrupted, that type of stuff, and B is like character went through the floor but the game continues normally, and C bugs is there's a little bit of a sliver in your health bar when it goes all the way down.
Well, there's like C bugs, like every once in a while, the character's foot kind of clips through the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, that happens. How about that?
So we'll just do if current health, not greater than max health. If it's current health is equal 0, let's just do. We will just grab this here. Dot enabled equals false.
It says, why not just reduce the max health variable attached to health manager to a smaller value?
Max health? Oh yeah, for testing purposes. That's a faster way of doing it. I wanted more granularity to show that the color shifting was actually happening. Admittedly, the first time when we were just testing what we'll do for testing this, we'll do it for that. Why not? So health manager, max health, let's make it 1. So this will be real quick on the death here, and we'll see if it actually gets rid of the renderer. So here we go. Bam.
Yep, and
there we go. It went away that time. Yeah, it did just enough damage to have some left. It seemed like before, but then after that, it fixed itself. So that works. So
do we also need to turn it on as well?
Turn what on?
The render in case we get. No,
I don't think so, because let's make it so that, well, if we want. There are some modern concepts that like good old fashioned Borderlands. When you're down on the health, that you have the ability to shoot something and gain your health back. We could get real fancy with that, but I'm going to go more old school on this one. Yes. We'll assume that if you're dead, and there's nothing you can do to save yourself at that point. You should have done something when you had all of that other health to work with.
You really should have.
So I'm going to go ahead and change the spawner here again to not be quite so crazy. Actually, I'm just going to revert this to the. I don't trust that.
I don't either.
Sure, let's select it. Oh, okay, I could have trusted it. Oh wait, parent. I have to fix that though. Oh wait, no, I don't.
Oh,
cool. That was something I added for something else. So yeah, I'll just revert. All right.
Okay.
Let's make sure everything works again.
Just reverts everything.
So now we have a health bar. Now we don't have the health bar implemented in the second level. I'm probably not going to do that right off the bat. Oh yeah, while we're here, might as well get the bullets killing themselves after a moment. That's real fast. We're just going to make a kill after time type thing. So prefabs. Oh wait, I want prefabs. We just want to do a script here. I don't think we have one that does this already. Nope. So I'm going to create a new C# script called destroy after delay. That's what I'm going to call it. And public float delay. And this is a super simple one. Don't even need an update loop. We're just going to do invoke destroy and delay. And I'll just create a function called void destroy. Destroy. Oh wait, is that actually what it's called? Let's not call this destroy. Let's call this destroy now.
I like that.
Now.
Seems like a little bit of authority.
So game destroy game object.
Nope.
So now we can just throw this on our cool little it's not models. I don't want to put it on any of the models. I want to put it on the prefabs. Fancy bullet, right? Yeah, fancy bullet.
Yeah, I believe it's called fancy bullet.
So let's do where is it? Oh yeah, I want to actually put a default on this, so 1.0 F. We're probably gonna set that way higher, but just for right now. Destroy after delay, and we throw this onto our fancy bullet, and we hit play. And so now, actually, one might be perfect.
It might be.
Yeah. See, they're all cleaning up now. You can see them disappear.
There they go.
Yeah, they get pretty far in 1 second.
If you want to be safe, you could do like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think that we'd be engaging anything at a higher range than what these things are going, so.
I would agree.
Cool. So, let's switch over to level 2 because I want to do some fun stuff on there.
Some level 2 stuff.
Level 2 stuff. So, what we got on level 2 is we've got the enemy spawning, and we already went through what we got on this, so I'm not going to do it again. So, we have this enemy spawner. It's attached to the gameplay plane, so it always is in front of the player. And the tower is also attached to the gameplay plane. So what happens is, again, we rotate the tower when we turn left and right. We're not actually rotating the player, we're actually rotating the tower. So if we hit play and we go to our scene and we look at the gameplay plane or the plane, whatever, you'll see that when we hit, I need to actually pull this into the side so we can do this. When we hit it, it's actually rotating, but our ship is staying right on the top. And so that's how we're getting the enemies to spawn in a meaningful way in front of us, because they're always spawning with the enemy spawner, which does not rotate with the tower. It just stays still with us. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually make the enemy spawner a child of the tower, and we're going to have it rotate around the tower in a meaningful way.
That's a good call, good catch.
Yes.
The reason that it's still showing, by the way, the sliver of health, is because you told it to stop if the health is at less than 0 but not 0. It looks like.
Oh, good point.
Yep.
0F. Let's be really specific. And
a good catch.
Less than 0 is appropriate there, and greater than or equal to max health. Actually, that one doesn't really matter, but yeah. And honestly, it didn't matter before until we had the other thing there. So that's good. That's good.
It's a good thing to catch.
That'll fix a bug that we would have later when we actually have a game over condition, and we would realize that immediately. But someone else caught it before it even was a thing, so yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
It would be instant. Like, well, why am I not dead?
Like, no, why am I dead and I still see the damn sliver? We didn't fix that bug at all, so, because that's what would happen. It would be like, oh, I'm at 0. Or wait, actually, no, it wouldn't, because it would be after that. Yeah, whatever.
We'd figure it out.
Yeah, probably.
Eventually. Maybe.
We're not very smart, so maybe not. So this thing's going to be... So I'm going to set this as a child of... So wait, where's enemy parent? What's enemy parent?
It's the parent of the enemies.
Oh, it's a... Is that what...
Enemy parent?
That doesn't make sense. Parent. Oh, parent tower. Enemy parent is what I'm spawning. Okay, got it now. Got it. So the tower is the thing that we're assigning it to after the fact. Which we still want to do that. Let's go ahead and put this under the tower for right now. And we're gonna need another object to do this properly. So I'm going to create a new empty game object, and we're going to call it enemy spawner parent for right now. And I'm going to set it to the same position as enemy spawner for right this moment. Copy component and paste component values. So now it's in the exact same position, or it should be. Wait, no, it's not. Oh, it's not because... Oh, that's weird. It pastes the relative values. Okay, so let's make this a child of that first, and then paste component values. So now they should be in the same place. Okay, good. Now,
Good.
what we want is the Y on this is our distance from the center. We're going to put this to 0. And then we're going to put the enemy spawner underneath this. And the reason we're doing that is now if we rotate this, so like if I look at this and lock this, and then we click here and rotate. Well, actually, I need some visibility on here. I'm just going to put a cube on here real quick. Component, add mesh filter, mesh renderer, just something, whatever. That's good. That is really obvious now. Wow. So if we rotate this,
wow.
You'll see that it rotates the object around the
center
of the thing now.
The building.
And so now we can rotate this around to move our spawn position. And what this allows us to, if we actually like have some logic for moving it around in kind of a randomish pattern, it will spawn enemies in kind of a staged pattern. And so they'll be closer to each other, and so it kind of creates better gameplay automatically. So that's why we're going to do it this way. Also because I haven't done something this way myself, so why not? Got to get practice sometime with the ideas and techniques and stuff. Feel free to come up with your own concepts on this stuff too. It's fun. So remove component. We don't need to see that thing anymore.
So I was getting really attached.
Yes, definitely. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create a random move. So first let's just make sure that this still works. So this should work exactly the same as it did before. Oh wait, no, it will not work exactly the same. It's not following us anymore. It will always be in the same location that they spawn now. So there's that.
Pew.
Pew pew pew. All right. So let's make this thing randomly rotate now. So let's create a C# script called random rotate. Yeah, that'll be a good enough name for it right now. And we're going to put a public float, rotation, min rotation change interval.
That is quite the variable right there.
I think it's appropriate though. Min rotation change interval is let's just set that to 1.0 to default, and then public float max rotation change interval equals 5.0 f, and then public float rotation speed equals let's do 30 degrees per second.
All right.
And what we're going to do is in the start we're going to invoke rotation change, and the delay will be random.range between min rotation change interval and max rotation change interval. And then we're going to create a function called we need one more thing there because I have a little sub function in there, and we're going to do rotation change. And the first thing I put in here is I'm going to put this invoke method here. So this way, if we change it while it's running, it will work just like the arch thing. This is actually exactly what we did for the arch spawning, and we've done this several times before. It's just a nice, simple way of doing it. You could also do invoke repeating, but then you have to deal with modifying things if you want to during runtime, or if you don't want to have that capability, it doesn't matter. But I like to have that. If there's not a good reason to disable it, I don't want to disable it. So all rotation changes is going to do is actually change. We're actually going to probably keep our update function. I shouldn't have deleted it, but so we're going to pick a public
This is a good idea.
vector3.
Rex Xanadu says make a separate layer for later use of objects you don't want to see in gameplay, like the mini-map tutorial we did a few weeks back.
Yeah, obviously. But there's... Oh, you mean like so we have
or
like
even game objects
to see it like in the editor or something? Is that what the point is for that? But
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that. There's other things we could do too. Actually, the more appropriate thing is actually use draw gizmos and to draw a script or an object or something.
Get those gizmos on there.
But I don't feel like doing that right now, so let's not. So we're gonna do public vector 3, chosen rotation. Or wait, private vector 3. We don't want to be able to change this one. Not externally, it's going to be changed in the script. So chosen rotation will be set to equal. So in the start method, actually, we want to set chosen rotation equals transform dot rotation dot Euler angles.
And there's some oily angles.
I'm going to set chosen rotation to be equal to. So we're in the XY plane, right? Still? Yeah, we are.
Yes. Z is the depth.
Yeah. So I'm going to use random dot on unit sphere. No, random dot on inside unit circle, and this is going to create our random rotation that we're going to set to. Now, there is a chance that this will be 0. It's a very, very minor chance, but I'm not going to check for that just yet. And we don't really want that because what we're going to be doing is using this as a look-at rotation for our code here. So we're going to do void. What are we doing? Void update. So that chooses the rotation, but then we have to actually start rotating towards it. So we will do transform.rotation equals vector 3 dot look. I had some trouble when I was dealing with this last time. I'm just trying to remember
what it was.
No, but I mean, like, not even on this show. It was actually something else I was dealing with earlier. We'll just work through it. Hopefully, I won't have the same problems, or if I do, I'll remember how I fixed them. So, quaternion dot rotate towards. I think I did vector 3 dot rotate towards, and it ended up being better. Rotate towards. So rotation equals. Then how do I get this back into a quaternion notation? All right. Well, let's just work through it. Yep. Rotate towards vector 3 current. So that's our transform dot rotation dot Euler angles. Target will be chosen rotation, and float max radians delta. We're going to use rotation speed. And actually, even though... Oh, it says max radians. It actually says radians in there, even though the documentation says degrees. So, good. It is radians. Yep. I did that as a test at 1.2. So, rotation speed times mathf dot deg to rad. So, that makes them radians now. And then times time dot delta time. And then finally, max magnitude delta. The example shows putting 0.0f seems to work to make it not just ignore that value, so hopefully that will still work here. So, is there quaternion? No. Dot rotation. I guess we'll just do dot Euler angles right there. So let's give this a shot and see what happens. So,
a suggestion from the chat from Noah is I don't know if you've done this, but you might want to do the same thing that you did with the bullet to the enemy death object, just to reduce the clutter.
Oh yeah, we actually want to do something slightly different for that. We actually wanted to make it so that this is for the particle effect that plays. We want that to actually end when the particle effect is done playing. So we'll write a script to do that shortly. That way, if we tweak the live values, it will actually automatically kill itself at the appropriate time, as opposed to having to tweak it in 2 places. Like, say we made the effect really ridiculous and it takes 10 seconds, but we kill it after 2, you wouldn't notice it. And so...
Rex Xanadu says that I think inside unit circle is a vector 2 variable.
It is, but actually, wait, no, I don't think it is.
It says, is that okay for your practices right now?
I think inside unit circle actually... No, it is a vector 2. All right, well, let's just cast that. Vector 3. There you go.
And now it's magically a vector 3.
Yep.
It just will ignore the z coordinate, if I'm correct, right?
Not modify return value of... Okay, so I can't do that. That's what I thought. What was it that I did? Oh, yeah, it was quaternion.look rotation.
Oh, yeah.
And then we use this as the forward... Oh, wait, that's look, though. We don't want it to... Wait, that'll work. Yeah, vector 3 forward. That'll be fine. We do have to change the configuration slightly here. So all we have to do is make sure that the enemy spawner parent actually is pointed straight up by default. So I'm going to temporarily pull this into the tower so that we don't affect its relationship. And we're going to... So if I look at the local coordinates, you can see the blue is pointed forward. We actually want that to point up so that we can do the look at thing. So we will just do a rotate along this axis here. And there we go. Oh wait, 45 degrees. Oh wait, no. Wait, where did the... Oh, this is locked. Alright, so let's get rid of these stupid negative 360s, and there we have it. So if we look at the direction, yep, it's pointed straight up, good. So that should be good, and we'll put the enemy spawner back in there, and so the enemy spawner is back where it's supposed to be. So this should work, so let's do random rotate on the spawner parent. And let's go ahead and hit play and see what happens. So it spawned something, and it wasn't right in front of us. That may be a good sign. So let's see if we... There's an enemy.
There's an enemy. There's an enemy. I saw another enemy.
Yeah. Excellent.
So what is it doing exactly?
So let's watch it. So if we go to our scene view here, and we look at the enemy spawner, it's not doing what we think it's supposed to be doing, I don't think. Okay, so it's going to choose a new location in a second here, maybe. Maybe.
Please.
Is this thing actually rotating? Nope, it's definitely looking in the wrong direction every time.
So Rick Xanadu asks, why not use vector 3 dot rotate, vector 3 forward times speed times time to delta time?
We could do that.
I think you were just trying.
I was trying to make it have it where it goes kind of in a snake pattern with the potential to repeat portions, but yeah, this isn't actually working right. Let's see. Rotate towards chosen rotation. Change. Let's make the intervals. Well, wait. Let's make them 1 second even. Actually, let's make it 0.5 so we can see this thing doing stuff. Yeah, it's just definitely looking someplace way out in space somewhere for some reason.
It likes space.
Transform.rotation equals quaternion look rotation. Rotate towards transform.rotation.oil angles. Chosen rotation. Random inside unit circle. Let's print out what we're getting.
Yeah.
Debug.log. Chosen rotation.
I like debugging things with prints.
Okay, so we're definitely getting different positions that look like they're within the appropriate range for what we're doing here. So, look, rotation, rotate towards.
Hmm. I'm not sure.
Alright, let's just get rid of this portion for right now and see what happens. Okay, actually I'm going to take this whole line, I'm going to copy it off, doing this ghetto no version control style. I'm going to paste it. What did I do? Oh, that's what I did. I'm going to paste it in here.
Comment that out.
Comment this out, and then we're going to make this into just chosen rotation. Let's see if at least that portion's working.
You ever want to try something out with code and are scared of losing your old code? That's a good way of doing it.
It's a way of doing it, yep. There we go. So it seems to be doing that right.
Well, look at it go.
So I'm having some trouble with the rotate towards stuff. Let's try it with the quaternion equivalent just for fun. Whoops, not vector 3 dot quaternion. Quaternion dot rotate towards. So this one takes quaternion, so we're going to use just the transform dot rotation, and we're going to use quaternion dot look rotation, chosen rotation. And let's see what this does. Compiler errors takes 4 arguments. Oh yeah, this one doesn't have another maximum value for whatever reason. So let's hit play on this and see what we get. Oh wait, we don't have to do. Alright, so. Actually, maybe it's. I think I might have to do this. Wait. No, I don't. I don't have to do that at all. Let's see if this works. This one I remember having trouble with last time, so hopefully maybe it'll just work better now. Nope, it's very unhappy. It's not rotating at all.
It is very, very unhappy.
So that didn't fix it. Undo fest.
Undos are great. You know what also going to be great? The redos. The undo.
The undo, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I need the Euler angles. So actually, let's not do this. I think this is the problem. So let's do rotate towards. So our orientation will be transform dot look. No. Vector 3 dot look. Rotate towards. No. I may be using someone else's suggestion here in a second if I don't have better results here. What am I doing wrong? So let's go ahead and print this as well.
Okay.
Just for the fun of it.
Kind of get a.
Actually, we can just look at that, can't we?
Yeah.
Actually, I want to look at it before we modify it, so let's do that. Equal debug.log. You know, maybe there's a problem with the magnitude problem. So let's just do dot normalized here and see if that makes a difference. No, it always wants to look to the right for some reason.
I wish I knew why.
All right. I'm looking at a project that I had open at one point. Hold on. What was it that I was working on? Pushy Pixels, Castle Game. Is this it? Assets, scripts. Nope. I don't remember what I was doing that required this stuff. Alright, what was the suggestion? Just do transform.rotate?
Mm-hmm. Why not use vector3.rotate? Vector3 forward times speed times time dot delta time. Was
So
that
you
the
mean
one?
transform.rotate is what they mean.
Yeah, I believe so. Vector3 dot forward. Is that what you were looking for? No, you were looking for like a towards.
Yeah. Actually, let's do this. I know the problem. Rotate towards, we want to do transform dot forward is what we want. Actually, thank you for telling me exactly what was the problem. Word. So let's see if that works. I'm going to get rid of this debug.
Just see what happens. Whoa there.
What doesn't exist? Transform does not exist in the current context. Where? How? Oh, transform. 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 The new transform.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about with that transform nonsense.
There we go.
That's
now it's
exactly
working right.
what
That's
it
what we
was.
wanted it to be. Alright, yeah. I think I understand the reason for that. Now, the problem is this thing's doing some awkward rotation sometimes. We can fix that pretty easily by setting the... so there's another comma we can put here, which sets us... so we have the target... Oh, wait, no. We don't have that here. That's only in the quaternion look at. Yeah. Alright, fine. I'm gonna switch it to one more time. Quaternion. Quaternion dot rotate towards. Okay, so it's the same thing, except for it doesn't have this thing at the end. And it also has this thing, which allows us to set... Wait, no, it doesn't.
Has a from and a to.
Oh, I know. It uses quaternions, though, so we can actually do some fun stuff. So we want quaternion dot look rotation transform dot forward, and then we also can apply a second thing here that says an upwards vector, so it'll be transform dot up. And then we can do the same thing here. We're going to do look rotation, chosen rotation, and we're going to do comma. The upwards in this case would be transform dot up again.
Yeah.
Now, if this doesn't work to make it less squirrely, we'll why does it not like?
It's something it doesn't like in that line of code.
So what does this end? Probably don't need that. There we go.
That was it. Too many parens.
So hit play, and let's see if it's still working. No, naturally it's not.
Of course not.
All right, back to what we had.
Good call.
Forward. All right, we're not going to worry about the little inconsistencies in the rotation for right now.
Yeah. can hammer that out a little later.
And did I get transform again? Yeah, I did. Back to transform.
It's the hot new transform.
So let's make these things spawn faster so we can see this thing kind of in action. We're going to go to the enemy spawner and we're going to set it to spawn every... let's set it to spawn every second. And let's also make this rotate a little bit slower. So let's do 15 degrees per second. And we'll make it choose new things every 5 seconds. Actually, every 3 seconds. Let's do that.
Where's it going?
So you can see that we kind of have enemies to follow as they spawn now. And that's the intent behind this. So
it's kind of curious. They're all at the same spot.
Now we're having the problem of it probably rotated really strangely. Or no, maybe not. The reason they end up in the similar spots is because just the way that we're doing the rotation.
Yeah,
though. So
they're random.
Yeah.
I always find that really enjoyable, that random is not always necessarily as random as you might expect.
Yeah. Well, this is not exactly random either. This is kind of like random occasionally and then mostly very static as to what we're doing. So let's fix that explosion problem real quick. So we want one more script here. We're going to do create C# script destroy particle when finished.
That is quite the script.
And this one's just going to be I think we just check to see if it's active. So
yeah,
if dot transform dot particle system. Oh wait, we do have a particle system. Oh, that's a new one. I didn't have that a long time ago. So cool, I'm going to use it. So particle system dot is playing. So if not particle system dot is playing, destroy. No.
Destroy game object, right?
Game object.
It's always destroy game object. With
Almost
a small
always.
g.
Yeah.
It's always the small g,
I'm
though.
getting killed by the auto stuff here. So there we go. We just hit play.
What is
We
it
hit
called?
stop,
IntelliSense
and then
or
we
something?
do we throw this on our explosion effect. So prefabs, enemy death, and we will I'll just use the add component menu. Destroy particle when finished. So now if we hit play and we blow up some enemies.
Yep, you'll notice that they go away.
Well, no, there's
No,
two that are, oh no, they went away. They just play a lot longer than I thought they did. Yep, they went away.
wow. It's just a long playing particle, apparently.
So there we go. We fixed that. What else do we want to do? Oh yeah, I wanted to do radar system. I'm going to see how much I can get done on that in 10 minutes. So
All right.
So one of the things that this game's already kind of gone off the rails as far as Star Fox goes, which is fine. That's kind of, it's more fun if there's new stuff that we're adding or different stuff that we're adding. And so one of the things that we kind of need is kind of an awareness of where the enemies are when we can't see them on the screen. So I'm going to create a kind of a forward-looking radar that shows our position, basically shows the enemy positions relative to what we're doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new camera. Create a camera, and we're going to pull it back here so that we can see kind of the whole area, the whole play field, the whole situation. And we are going to want to change the normalized viewport rect a little bit. So I'm We're just going to hit play real quick and see if we can figure that out. Oh yeah, we want to parent this to the gameplay plane. Or is it to the tower? Just the gameplay plane will be fine, probably, right?
You would hope so, yeah.
Yep, okay. So we have that going on, and let's now play with the viewport rect while it's running, just so that we can figure this out. Whoops. So we can just move this over here and move the height, not the height, the Y up a bit. And let's change just for now. No, I didn't save any of that. Oh well. Let's change the background on this one to be a different color. Just make it red.
Yeah.
So that we know what the actual bounds of this thing is. So we can do.
Look at it all red.
7 and let's do. Let's do that for right now.
Oh, I like that.
And so we're not actually going to want to render any of the stuff that we're rendering in this thing. We're going to want to render placeholders that kind of show where things are at and what things are doing. So
some primitives.
So let's remember these values: 0.8, 0.6, 0.8, 0.6, and we're going to. So what do we have for layers here? Player, default, 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 default. So let's create a new...
I thought we had a UI layer.
Do we have one?
Well, we have that health bar.
Yeah, I think we did a UI tag or something. Yeah, we'll just add a layer called... we don't want to be using the UI layer anyway.
No.
We're going to call this radar. And so all this thing will do is... we are only going to show radar, and the main camera we're going to change to do everything except for radar. And so now we can actually create some things to actually represent the enemies. So let's do that. So I need a representation for this. I'm gonna actually probably just use a cylinder. And we're going to put this, and let's make this camera actually orthographic, which will change kind of how we're rendering things. Actually, let's just leave it perspective for right this moment. Where is our cylinder we made? There we go. So let's put this at 0, 0, 0. And let's parent this to the gameplay plane, and let's rotate it so that it's facing kind of out, and let's make it bigger, a whole lot bigger, but not as big as this thing because it was taking up too much space in our radar. So let's do 10 by 10 maybe? No.
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong thing. 10 by 10. No, let's do bigger than that. Let's do 25 by 25.
That might be
50.
too big.
50 by 50.
Oh, we're using that as the center.
Yeah. And
Okay.
and we don't need the collider on this thing, so let's remove that. And one of the things we can do somewhere. Never mind. I don't know where it is.
What are you looking for?
I thought there was a way we could hide certain layers in the view here.
I thought there was too.
Oh, layers. Here it is. So we can actually hide the radar layer. No, that didn't fix it. I don't think. Oh, I didn't put this in the radar layer. So
That would explain it.
radar. It disappeared.
And now it's hidden.
Sweet. Okay, cool. So now we don't have to deal with that as much. And then the enemies, they're going to need something. So what are these enemies called? Are they called enemy 1? What's the spawner doing? Enemy parent. So where's enemy parent? There it is. So let's grab this and throw it in here. And I'm going to create a little particle effect. It's kind of not what you usually think of when you think of particle effects, but it's really effective for this kind of thing. We're going to create a new particle system. We're going to throw this on the
Oh, look at
enemy
it, it's
parent.
pretty.
And we're going to make it so that we're going to make the color red.
All right.
Because enemies, and actually because of that, I'm going to
the background
change that background.
Red, yeah.
Let's change this to
gray. No, it's already gray in the background.
Let's do gray because it's not gray in the background on.
Oh yeah,
on
good
here.
Call.
So we've got. Unless I can make it blue now, and it'll look like it's not actually. It'll look like it's floating. Yeah, let's do it. It's just. I don't care. It's not important. So particle system. So this one we're going to do. It's looping, so we can just say looping, and we're going to make the emission shape to be a sphere, and we're going to put the radius at 0, and we're going to put the start speed at 0, and let's do a start size. Let's do a random between 2 constants, and we'll do 0.5 and 1, and we'll make the emission rate much slower. Let's make it 1. Actually, let's not do it that way. Let's do it. Just make it 1. So constant 1. And then we're going to make it so that it changes size over lifetime. And we can just change the curve here to be, so in 1 second it goes down to 0 size. And so now we have this pulsing dot. And it's a particle effect, but it's a pulsing dot, and that makes it so that it actually kind of looks like a radar thing. So we're going to put this in the radar layer, and I'm going to temporarily put that back on so we can see it. And let's make the size even bigger. Let's make the size like 20.
Yeah, that's good.
And then if we go into play mode.
Nope.
Okay, so for some reason it's only showing. Oh, it's because we didn't actually apply that to our enemy. So if we go
just to that one.
Oh god, what'd I do?
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, please don't crash.
We're gonna let it sit there.
And I get bitten in the butt for not saving nearly enough again. Learn from me, folks. It sucks. Save more often.
Well, let's see.
It's gone. It's dead.
It's
dead, Jim.
It might be
application not responding, man. It's over, man. It's over.
Aww. Unity's taking up 97% of your process.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll have this in a working state. I'm going to call it a wrap now. I'm going to kill Unity so that it doesn't take down the rest of my computer. So we'll have those files up.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll get that fixed up. It shouldn't take too long. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. If you... God, I kind of want to just go through it. No, I don't want to go through it. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's been a great episode, other than the having to do more work after the buzzer. But I think that it actually turned out pretty well, and I think the radar will look pretty good in the final view. You saw how that was going to work. The only thing that we hadn't done was applied it to the prefab, which the problem was it was only one enemy that was showing up, and so it showed the blip on there. So you can see how it was going to work. It just wasn't showing for the other enemies. So thank you very much. If you have some spare time, you should check out Phil's game, Robot Alone.
All right.
And you should email me at pushypixels@pushypixels.com, and you can tweet me at Drakfire.
You can you can email me if you'd like. My email address is philip@protosoftworks.com. You can also follow me on Twitter, and that is @magmalemur. Also, if you like the show, You know what you should do? You should donate. You should donate by clicking on the little Help Cooking with Unity button so we can keep on making the show and keep on being awesome.
It's in the corner of our show logo thing if you're on the main page. If you're not on the main page, I'm pointing to, I don't know, related videos or something, so ignore that. Actually, I don't even think... Maybe I should be pointing this way.
It's up there. It's in a corner of
somewhere in there.
Sort.
And the other thing is check out the Proton Pulse Rift Kickstarter. That's still going on, and that's fun too. So thank you very much, and you guys have a great night.
Have a good night.
And it's post-buzzer talk. So yeah, while I'm talking, I'm actually going to start looking at this, how much damage that I have to fix here.
Oh, I hate fixing damage.
It's not too bad. It's just.
Oh, look, level 1, level 2 still there.
Yeah, well, that's not going to change. Like, the scripts are fine. Everything's fine except for this. We just have to reconfigure. Oh, wow, we have to configure a lot.
But the scripts are all fine.
So, enemy spawner. We'll put this under the tower. We'll create a new empty game object.
Well, it looks like Judah said you should put in a skybox just to give the background something to look at.
But the background doesn't have to look at anything. No, I know. Yeah, I should. I agree.
Yeah, we will.
So tower parent, game object, tower. What is this called? We're going to call this enemy spawner parent. We copy this location. Actually, we'll put this in here. Then we'll copy this. Paste component values. Put this at 0. Put this inside this. Oh, temporarily pull it back out because we have to angle this at -90. And we can now put this back in. So that gives us that. And so we need to put so we set these to 1 and 1. We put the random rotate on here. I think we set it to rotate every 3 seconds. And the rotation speed was 15. And I'm going to hit save. Let's see if we get the enemies rotating and stuff. Oh, what did I... Oh, God.
Whoa!
What did I do?
I don't know, but it was awesome. It was pretty awesome, admittedly.
Oh, I put random rotate on the tower. Copy component. How did I do that?
I don't know, but it was awesome when it happened.
And...
Tower just starts all of a sudden, like...
Alright. That doesn't look right.
No, not quite.
So where is the... Somehow... Oh, did I rotate this in a strange way? So, let's see, where's the enemy spawner? It's there. That's fine, although I think it's spawning. I think this got rotated somehow that it's not supposed to be. Oh, and the enemy spawner parent is not rotated. Did I rotate the tower? What did I rotate? Okay, let's move this back up. Rotate this -90. Put this back in here. Hit play.
That looks like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. That does look like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing now.
Alright. Jet ship, main camera, tower. Oh yeah, we had the other camera, so we're going to create a camera.
Are we still streaming right now?
Yeah, we're still streaming.
Oh, sweet.
Might as well. Anyone have any more questions or anything after the buzzer?
No, just boo lockups.
0.6, 0.8. Actually, I think it was 0.6.8. File save scene. We need to create the
And a comment
layer
removed,
called,
which is always mysterious.
what was layer called? Radar.
Yes.
And then we change the main camera to not render radar. We change this camera to only render radar. And then we create a cylinder. We put it at 0, 0, 0. We make it
That is actually
50 by
a
50.
good little plan there. Rex Xanadu said you could do something like that for entering an alternate path within the stage, like the I'm assuming it's the tower rotation,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
which I actually thought was kind of cool looking.
So tower, put that underneath that. We make this so this is in the radar layer. And we create our particle effect one more time for the enemy. Where's our enemy? Prefabs, enemy parent. Create other particle system. We put the particle system inside the enemy parent. We set it to 0, 0, 0. We set the emission rate to 1. We set the shape to sphere 0. Okay, whatever, 0.1, whatever floats your boat there, Unity. And then we set the start speed to 0. Set the start color to red. We change the starting size to like 50, and we do size over lifetime, and set it to that. And then we can apply this to our prefab, hit save, delete this, and oh yeah, we need to do one more thing. Particle system needs to be in the radar.
Rex
So
Xanadu wants to know what we want to do in the next potential episode.
Alright, so I'm probably going to work on level 3 in the next episode. Why did that not work? Because we didn't actually place this in a good spot.
It apparently removed a comment because it was an unfinished sentence, that's all. Which kind of... I mean, I kind of like the mystery of it. You know?
Yeah.
The mystery of the removed comments. Like, what was that?
Let's actually put this under the tower. Put it at 0, 0, 0. And then pull it back so that we can see the thing. Wait, no. I definitely wasn't pulling it back there. Negative 50. So we hit play now. Okay, so the only thing that I want to change is this thing is rotating with the tower. I actually don't want that. So let's put this under... So is it the tower parent that rotates, or is it the tower? It's the tower that rotates. So let's put this underneath the tower parent. Now if we hit play, we should get a relative... Yes. There we go. Relative radar.
Relative radar. Alright. I like the blips.
Yeah. We should give the player a little bit of a indicator too. So let's do a... let's pull this particle system in here, or pull it out of here, whatever. That's fine. I'm deleting you anyway. So this one's going to be called, I'm just going to call it particle system again. We're going to put it underneath the ship, and we're going to make it green, and we're going to make it considerably smaller. Let's make it 5.
There's a very small indication of where the ship is.
There you go.
Yep, that's pretty cool.
All right.
Well, good deal. I think that's probably about it, right?
Yep. So,
y'all.
thank you very much, you guys, and you guys have a great night.
Yep, have a good one.
I'm going to stop it from YouTube first. Video manager. Live fence. Live control room.
Watch Metal Gear Solid Revengeance video that you put up.
Oh, yeah, I should have said something about that.
Yeah.
Oh, well.